are opting to kind of get out of here. You don't really want to risk your first game, right? And the qualify, or not even the finals.
Yeah, there's no qualification anymore. Just simply getting in is not enough. You want to get in that top 10. So much money up for grabs. Nice and Som are going to be your two players here in Polar Peak. And there's a little bit more action going on all across the map here, but a decent spread. A lot of activity, though, on the snowy portion of the map, which makes a lot of sense. Just saw Kenneth got dropped by Aiden, and Aiden, the king of Tilted Towers, showing us why. All hail to him. And
honestly, I want to give props to Kenneth, one of our most dominant performers up in the qualifiers for aggression, but we didn't see Kenneth and Aiden in the same round, right? So now that they're in the same game, look at what happens.
This is the play, right?
This is what happens.
Crept around the corner, caught Kenneth completely unaware, and pumped him in the face.
Yeah, as good as a player Kenneth is, do you really want to go against someone like Ghost Aiden where you know is going to be there all the time? It's something that he had to prepare for.
Annie versus Cease Monster, and they're going to encounter one another, just trying to edit out. Cease is going to play a little defense, go for the high ground. Annie's going to play around there and needs to be careful because he took a big chunk to the face. And look at that, his HP goes down to 29. Has that compact SMG, but it won't really matter as Cease will get the elimination on Annie.
He was too quick on the wall replacement right there, hits him with the quick edit, catches him off guard, and that's why Cease wins that battle there. And now we have another standoff between Aiden.
Big moment.
Oh, Slobbings.
Oh,
so good.
He's dropped around the corner. He's going to go anyway, and Aiden comes out on top with authority in Tilted Towers.
I love the aggression on Slobbings. Not only that, the reaction speed to dodge and make a counterplay off of the cooldown on the trap. That was crazy.
We have Vethan now going into an intense battle here against Pistola. Looking to jockey for the high ground. Shots are going to come through, though. Vethan's going to take a big one, and he is out of here. Goodbye, Pistola.
Pistola, super optimal usage of his ramps right there. He blocked him out and then went left. Instead of just editing the way top down, he just kind of went around it. 72 hours, picking someone off in the distance. Oh, Kai was fighting for this battle. Someone like 72 comes in and snags it.
That's always a rough one to have to deal with. But Kai will be able to benefit from the loot that was dropped, so that's a plus. 72 hours is going to be playing from that low ground. And
that's a bad position to be in. Kai could have got some early chip shots, and he does at least land one of them, but it's not going to hurt 72 too much because he's still pushing.
He's going to have a lot of shields left to play here, and now he's going to jockey for that high ground once again. Going to eat another shot. 72 hours has to be so careful. Kai has the upper hand, but who's going to come out on top in this fight? 72 hours. Going to go back up, but Kai is going to finish him.
Yeah, I like the play by 72. They did trade and respectively put a little bit of fear on 72. Kai, you know, he kind of just felt confident keeping the aggression up, and aggro play wins here.
Some more action. Chap versus Psychic. Psychic, our winner from yesterday. Infinity Blade won't help you today, Psychic. Unfortunately for him, Chap pumps right to the face. And
by the way, Chap leading in eliminations with 3 right there. So he's the first player to earn a point this game.
Did you see that?
I don't know what's happening.
Tyler just dive bombed with the Stormwing, and in the stink bomb ate just a bunch of damage, but he's all right. He's actually in an okay spot. But yeah, I mean, Psychic, you know, he's such a good player too. And I think yesterday a lot of people were kind of like focusing a little bit too much on his Infinity Blade play, but I think, you know, those are the moments where you kind of just want to step up in those situations. We'll see Psychic in game 2. Now, though, it's over to Tyler, who's another one of our top finishers from yesterday. A couple times you saw his name pop up.
That's right.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, Tyler, just another aggressive player with the Stormwing. There's a few of them out there that are not afraid to take damage to it. Look at Emad here, looking to free up his Stormwing as well.
Oh, he's eating those shots, and he is going to get away, but at what cost?
Not worth losing all those shields like that.
That is rough for Emad, but he will be able to get out of there. I think he would have liked to have gotten out of there with his shields intact. Another replay, though. You got Kevy. Let's see what he does.
Going with the aggression. The hand cannon from underneath exposes the wall. So clean. Loon goes down. Man, Loon was putting in some work yesterday, too. Sucks to see him kind of go out a little bit early there. He, unfortunately, could not snag any elims that time as well.
Fun to have the Heat 1, Heat 2 players going up against each other.
Yeah, it looks like a different game, right? You had
really
players dominating certain heats, but now you put them all in the same melting pot. Different names are coming out on top.
And Dubs is going to be going away, probably trying to farm up. I think Aiden is going to be engaged into another battle. Right now it's going to be against Macwood. Aiden on the move. Is he going to be able to get control, or is he just going to bail out? And I think maybe in this instance, maybe it would be wiser for him to do so. Has a lot of resources. He's topped off. He's got a slurp juice as well. Even a big potion if he wants to nab that one for 50% shields.
And the reason he wants to rotate out of here is because he's at the outer edge of the storm line here. This raises, you know, the red flag for other players rotating in from Pleasant Park and stuff like that. So Aiden just exercising good game sense right there. And here's Armada Kiwiz going in the 1v1.
Rough battle here as Kiwi's kind of trapped himself. Needs to be careful.
Oh, that's a quad launcher. So good for resetting builds. Yeah, Kiwi's probably looking to disengage exactly. You don't want to stick around a quad launcher. It's just a little too much pressure as far as what it can do for resetting.
Kind of played your hand. Kind of played your hand there if you're Uzi, and I think maybe that was the intention. Pop the quad launcher and say, okay, I got this. Do you really want to deal with this right now? And then both teams just back, or both players just back away from one another.
Right, so like Uzi doesn't want to waste the shots, but at the same time, Armada Kiwi face is like, yeah, you know, I don't want to fight this either, so let's go ahead and back off here. Good call for both of them.
But if Kiwi did want to push that, he had the grapple hook, so if he wanted to push that and fly up and try and test his luck, I mean, there was a possibility, but I think, again, game one, we really want to risk it for the biscuit this early.
And to be fair, Grappler's great, but when you have something that can just destroy all the builds you're going to catch onto, that's that. Oh, and here's Funk Bomb, not in a great situation. We talk about the quad launcher being so good. Doesn't matter how you... Oh, gosh. Funk Bomb gets shot in the back by Vicaros. He's going to take this one from Pistola. That would have been a point for him.
A good old-fashioned third party. Is Vicaros actually going to challenge him? You have J-Love there, too. And I do want to also give an update. Aiden now has 1 point. He had gotten to a battle, didn't see what it was, but you can only imagine it was near tilted. And he got super low. I think it was around like I would say like 30 HP on that fight, so really risky for Aiden, but he was able to come out on top. And as all this is going on over here, J-Love now has 1 elim in.
I just wanted to take a look at that map really quickly, but here it is. A little bit of a battle from Macwood's perspective.
Oh, what a scrappy fight.
To go for it with the pickaxe. He was so close.
What a scrappy fight there, Monster. Just not what you want to see when you're cooped up in those situations. That's so rough.
Man, if you're Aiden, you're like, dude, I almost got pickaxe down. Like, that was actually pretty gutsy. Crazy play right there.
And as we mentioned before, 1 point for Aiden. Players who have points now, Aiden, Chap, and Pearl have points. And Pearl, we really did not touch up on yesterday at all. And I remember going through the notes, and there has been not a lot of information on that player.
You know what? Every dog has his day, and at the same time, you have to understand that some days you're just not going to be at your peak. If today's his peak, he might just be one of those wild cards that just comes out on top. Yeah, with 3 eliminations in the first round or the first game of these finals, that is huge to get a point this early.
Very big, and it kind of goes in football, right? Any given Sunday, you never know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
Same thing here. Any given day in Fortnite, you can have the game of your life or the worst game you could possibly imagine. But now, you're going to get a little 1v1 scuffle here between, what is this, Coid and Dubs.
Yeah, Dubs is, he wants the battle, but at the same time, you just hear all of the Stormwings in the air. He's probably playing it just a little more cautious than he has to. And also, he's hugging the storm line, so you got to be careful for other players rotating in this late.
Both players are just so cautious. They don't want to expose themselves and give something up.
Yeah, it's such a different meta nowadays. Playing low ground in the past used to be like, oh, you know, there's no way you can win this. Not anymore, man. The one pumps are back. And look at that. Low ground is victorious, just being patient here. Our Dubs is going to get caught off guard.
And Dubs, he's running away from this. He's going to have to defend himself. He's going to be in the open, and Cold's going to have that position. Just got to be careful. Doesn't want to get shot from behind.
Interesting take right there. He kind of faked the push, which worked. He has 2 Rift to goes. Jeez, this man has a lot of mobility, to say the least. Hand cannon in his arsenal as well. He's going to get blocked out here. He's going to be able to make the jump play, and it is. This play is so flashy, but so clean if you can pull it off. Yeah, he decides that it's a little too high for him. He's going to bring it on down.
And go down he will. If he does want to use that rift to go as well, he has 2. He can get rid of it, but Cold's going to go for the shot. Send Dubs to 72 HP. Another shot goes in, though. Cold's going to eat that one. Not a lot of damage. His Dubs now wants to get this control.
He owns that wall right here. He's got to kind of sneak on out. Dubs just showing that he can take that high ground and bring it to you. Can't fire down. You know he's not going anywhere anymore.
He's going to have to play that defense. What does Dubs do here?
Both of these guys are in dangerous territory right now because they can get one pumped either way.
And Cold was smart to throw down the campfire there because he brought himself back up to 100 HP. Meanwhile, Cold will not get any of those benefits. He was still trying to get control, get into that wall. So having that utility really helped him out. If he does want to use the minis, he has 2 to be able to use it. And the Stormwing shot him down. May have thrown things off, though. He eats another shot that's going to put him at 98 HP. Does he use the rift to go?
Crazy battle here. It's getting so close.
Does he use it?
He thought about it. R-Dubs actually gets hit by the Storming for Whites there. You know they're not going to give it up anymore.
And Cold obviously has no idea that that's happening, but the Stormwing flies on in.
That's
what?
2 Stormwings looking to get in here.
Rifted.
Oh, he actually just barely missed that. If Dubs would have even had a slight impact from a Stormwing, he was gone as well.
That was like an episode of Star Trek, you know? It was like, beam me up, Scotty, beam me up. And he finally beamed him up at the last possible moment. Dear
so
me.
Intense. Cease making his way up to the 3 elimination threshold as well. Ghost Aiden somehow was eliminated. Might have been by Cease because suddenly he is at the top now, leading in eliminations. And there's so many players approaching that threshold here. You even have players like Outlet Live from yesterday who managed to win a game and you know, come out in the top 10.
I was having a really good time seeing Outlet play. He approaches the game with just the gusto that you would hope a player like him would do. Like he challenges fights. He goes for the things that he needs to, whether it's the Infinity Blade or he'll take advantage of any of those opportunities that are presented to him. We'll see if he can get that first point. For Aiden, though, I think mission accomplished. Game 1, you just got a point.
Oh, yeah.
So not bad.
Oh, yeah. To get a point in a competitive format like this, it's huge, especially early on. It's a sigh of relief. Think about it. If you can net worth even on average a point or 2 every single round, within 5 games, you're going to be at the top. And actually, we have 6.
Poof, 50 players left. The storm collapsing. There's going to be 2 crates that will be up for grabs in the zone, and the zone actually going toward that western portion of the map, the new circle going to the western portion, a little bit in that icy area, just right outside of it in front of Shifty Shafts. So a lot of open area, and I'm looking too, there is some unique high ground there as well.
Man, Tweefo gets chunked down by a heavy AR shot on his rotation out. It was Gangsees who made a quick play on him, and I don't think he's too happy about that. He's now doubling back, looking to get a piece of this action. He's got to be careful.
Those are the things you just don't want to see happen.
Well, get a load of that. He had a
he
big
knew that
pot,
was
just
there.
got to sit in behind, probably from an elimination he picked up or something like that.
And if he can get Cease or even Vicaros, who's a little further out, if he can get any of these players, that'll give him that plus 50 HP bonus that has been so awesome to see players take advantage of. Pushing fights.
Going with a big ATV rotation right there, trying to get across the sky. But Cease opting in to go with the super last-minute rotation on the Storm line. He's going to hug the Storm on his way in. These are the make-or-break decisions that will really shape the way the game ends up.
Is that considered old school now? The quad rotations, right?
Old school? Right. Yeah. He's on a classic rotation.
Back in my day, we used to rotate with the quad crash.
Just tilt it back and just hammer out.
I practice in the playground all day long.
I can't do that, by the way. Like, I'm no good at it.
I think I managed to do it a couple times, but some of these guys just do it so effortlessly. Yeah, I envy that.
For me, it's one of those, I know what I'm supposed to do, but going and doing it is a different story. If we would have had him land on that would have been a crazy play. And it looks like Chap is under some serious pressure. Stinker nearby. He does not have the health to withstand another tick. Or 2, really.
He's got good weapons, though.
Ammunition super weak here, though. This is not where you want to be. I like the fact that he is holding a ton of grenades, though. These are going to come in clutch soon.
And it'll be really frustrating to deal with on the rotations because you're building out thinking, okay, cool, I'm going to just set myself up this little hallway, and I'm just going to continue to run forward. And then you hear the nade. You hear the nade start to trickle on in, and then you're just thinking to yourself, this sucks. What am I supposed to do against these grenades? You just blow up everything.
And the thing about grenades, too, there's no cooldown on them. You can just back-to-back them. That's how you catch players off guard and really break them down. Let's talk about players alive here. 47 players remain. Yesterday, we were chilling around that 30-ish mark, but when you're talking finals, a lot more on the line.
You're going to
People
get
are being a bit more passive.
You're now in that area where you're going to get that circle that's moving, and Saf is going to find a player in front of him. He's going to hit him for some blue damage. That's shields. That's
great shield damage right there, and I think the player next door kind of caught wind of that. Yeah, he's looking to get into this battle as well.
I
love when these players do this. They fire right back, challenging you when they know you have to reload.
Very smart. You heard that grapple, too. That was Vinny who grappled in. Only has a gray assault rifle. Ripmate, didn't talk a lot about him yesterday, but he's going to be in the top 50 here. Pistola, Zexro, some big names are going to be all right next to one another as they get ready for the storm to move.
This is a huge cluster here. No one wants to get caught off guard. There's storm wings in the air, so you know players are going to be landing down. I think we saw a chat for a second there, recycling planks for rotations, for Kairos doing the same thing. And that's how players that end up rotating late take good advantage of not wasting any materials on a free rotation.
Chap will have to play this one steady because he has 50 HP max with the shields and the green HP at the bottom.
If I'm being honest, I'm surprised Chap hasn't opted in wasting or using one of the mini shields for 8 HP. That could be a huge difference in a shotgun battle.
Yeah, you're right.
He has it, but I don't think he realizes he's just in that position. But
I think you're just so worried. You're so worried, right?
He needs an elimination soon.
Does have a point to his credit. So mission accomplished for game 1. As you see the format there, 3 to 4 eliminations gets you 1 point, 5 to 6 gets you 2 points, and no one has hit that 5 to 6 territory quite yet. J-Love takes out Cease, Uzi takes out Hydra.
There it is, and just previous to that, it was 2 minutes and 28 seconds before someone was eliminated, so it's Uzi and Hydra who end up getting into a little bit of a scuffle on this rotation, which now, Storm Wave 6, everyone's going to have to constantly move against the Storm.
An elimination update, Kaizui actually, or Kaizui, excuse me, has 4 eliminations, 1 more, and he'll get 2 points. Big win for him if that's going to be the case. We'll put him above everybody else thus far in the lobby. Still, though, so much more to play as the Storm is starting to move and establish its position.
Oh, and you see that little icon to the right-hand side? That is the Storm Surge. With 38 players remaining, if a player ends up at the upper bracket of not dealing damage to players, so you have to fight, they are going to start taking damage. And players know if they're on that Storm Surge bracket, excuse me.
Volume.
Here it is, Kaiuzi, 988, over 1,000 now above the damage threshold, so he is totally fine. He's our actual elimination leader here.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. He's going to have 4. He has the most elims. He has the most damage dealt, but he has to stay alive. Rux is going to be right next to him. Everyone's starting to move as the Storm pushes them further together.
Yeah, let's talk about that rotation right there. You have Enli Lanane trying to play the high ground, getting pressured out from the backside of the Storm. Kaiuzi has a nice, comfortable lead on the Storm here, and now he's getting pressured as well, but he has a rift to go in case things get crazy, and that's exactly what happens. He gets shot in the back. He decides now it's time to go floating.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to pull that trigger and recognize it. You said this yesterday, that having the rift to go in the late game, so awesome to be able to use.
Take a look at Chap right next to an enemy. He cannot get tipped again. That's what he needed.
He gets the elimination, but he's got to go under. He's got to go under, and he's not going to be able to stay alive, and Chap will fall. But so many players have been eliminated from match 1 just off of this rotation alone. And Kaizui, he's going to be in a rough spot now. Outlet live on your screen here as he's defending on the high ground. He has the highest position, the essential, the eye in the sky, if you will.
Yeah, and those stinkers are going to come in and put a little bit of pressure, but there's a player trying to battle him here. It's Emad and Lisserin trying to get this high ground. They want to fight for the top area to get that first win in game 1 of the finals here. Outlet showing that he can win these games.
Lisserin did not stand a chance. His Outlet was able to get control of that, picks up the slurp juice. That's going to be huge. Has to get out of this one or else he's going to eat some damage.
Yeah, Outlet forgetting that was not his plank there, so good play on him to quickly react and break it down. That's a point for him. Next person to go down is going to make it a top 10, so everyone is looking to survive right now.
Outlet has 5 eliminations currently, and Kazooie also picked up 5 eliminations. These two players going huge right now in match 1. Next storm is about to be established.
Kayuzi is on the hunt here. He wants more action. He's got someone pinned down.
And this is it. It all comes down to this. Oh, the pressure is on. We only have a few more remaining. 6 players left, Monster. Outlet
is on no materials now. It's time to start the decline, and here it is.
Oh,
what a shot!
Tyler did not stand a chance there, and he drops down. Outlet's going to take so much damage. He will have that slurp if he needs to use it, but he's going to just get bodied by Legendian at the end there. It's going to leave us with 2 players with the Infinity Blade, and it will be Legendian with 7 eliminations. And we didn't see the Infinity Blade.
Royale.
And then you grab the Infinity Blade and you get yourself 200 HP, 200 shields.
That heal right there in its own is a godsend. It's so good.
It really is. And 7-0 now to start things off for match 2 of the Winter Royale Grand Finals. And interesting bus movement there.
Yeah, it's not the greatest bus for these competitive players. It's favoring the eastern side a little hard here, making that all the west players are going to have a tough time landing because you have to just be so much more cleaner at your parachute deploy. How low is your elevation? And then, of course, you touch down late, so other players are going to have the advantage on the eastern side just for getting geared up before the storm comes.
They can rotate a little earlier as well when they need to. No one has landed at Polar Peak yet. You see all those players starting to descend.
But there's a lot of players there.
Yes, there are. There are indeed a lot of players that are going. Frosty flights, too, because players go right for the storm wings and they just fly up, try and get out of the action.
Someone's going for it.
It's going to be JT. JT gets it. He has the power. And now he's going to go for maybe some eliminations.
He is
Never
gone,
mind.
dude. He does not want anything to do with all those players up there. I think that's the wrong play. I think if you get there and you pick it up first, you can get yourself some freebies. Look at how low these guys are. They're all virtually one shot.
Psalm, Nice, Tig.
And I
think
like
Flossen's going to be above on the top of the peak as well.
I like the strategy. It's a little bit different. There's so much more congestion here early on at Polar Peak. People are more worried about your neighbor next door. You have to handle them first, and by that time, that player with the Infinity Blade is long gone.
You saw it in the elimination feed. Nav, our key ace Stormwing pilot, is out. He was taken out by Tahao. I wonder if that was a dogfight or if they had just met in one of the other points of interest along the map. But here are your 3 players hanging out around here. You have Syllable now going up against FH to God in Retail Row.
And interesting as well, I saw Kenneth buy Retail, so he switched up his game plan, does not want anything to do with Ghost Aiden over at Tilted. Yep, so now I like this. You live and you learn. If you get taken out of your early game POI, sometimes it is wise to change up your game plan.
And I think that, you couldn't be more right, because players, they oftentimes, nice shot from FH to God. One shot, no prob, gets the elim. But just to touch up on that point that I was making, like, a lot of players, like, so many times are like, well, this is my spot, this is my spot. Well, yeah, sure, it's your spot. You got to earn your spot. There is no, like, my area. Aiden, time and time again, has earned Tilted. He gets so many eliminations from that area. He knows how to play that like the back of his hand. And if you're going to go there, you need to expect that you will be running into this guy. This is going to be a fight you will have to deal with. Yeah,
Aiden plays his strong suit, which is close quarter engagements. One of the most dominant, skillful controller players out there. He's on PC. He has all the frames he needs. This guy's going to hit you, and it's going to hurt.
Outlet took out Ghost Cool. Just an update for you guys. Linane, someone who was making it to the end game yesterday, is now...
And earlier as well. We saw him playing some high ground action at the end there. He had a lot of storm pressure, though. Let's see if he can turn this around. This battle's going to be a tight one. He doesn't have materials either, putting in some pressure from above, looking to see exactly where his opponent's at and catch him off guard here.
Ooh. Tough battle here for Linane.
Yeah, now using his last mat there, he probably should farm this truck behind him a little bit. Yeah, exactly what he wants to do here. Don't worry, that shot did not hurt very much. Linane is good. This wall is going to expose him, though. I like how he's shooting it down as well. Tyler applying pressure. Now pushing forward just a tad bit.
Linane has the advantage with the shields, but the mat advantage goes to Tyler. Oh, he drops down, but Linane is just going to pump him, and that will send him back to the lobby.
Yeah, it's one of those plays that you kind of expect your opponent to go for it.
And this is FH to God. We saw him earlier when he took out Syllable. That was just gorgeous. And then Armand, who went up against, let's see, I couldn't get a good view on that one. Okay, it's going to be Schmecht, our other ace pilot.
Oh, no.
And was that a silenced pistol elimination?
Yeah.
Yes.
Underrated weapon, man. If you can connect to the forehead, you're going to get like 52 plus.
So
pretty good.
So good. People just sleep on it all day.
It's Aiden who's still here, pushing players out.
Oh, Slobbings! Just
Heavy
beamed
sniper.
him. Heavy sniper is so powerful.
It's too good. The only player that can survive a heavy snipe is the Infinity Blade.
And here's from Slobbings' POV. Lines it up. He shoots. He scores.
With the
there you
headshot,
go.
mind you, that player was 200 health pool.
Ouch. That is an ouchies. All right, Aiden now. He's going to be going up against Slobbings. You know, Slobbings has a crazy shot.
Yeah, he's trying to bait him to come closer. Like we talk about, you want him to do a close quarter engagement. That heavy sniper now no longer loaded.
Uh-oh, Aiden's
in a problem.
He's not going to be in a good spot here, Monster. He's going to chase the fight down, and he won't be able to stay alive as Aiden is dropped. He only got 1 elim, and Slobbings has 4. That's going to give him a point.
Slobbings towers now. But, you know, respectable shot from Aiden nearly turns that around. A 151.
I do like that he tried to bring the fight back into his advantage, right? Play the, I like to call the natural terrain of Tilted Towers with the buildings and the corners. Just, you know, really utilize that as much as he can. But now the fight goes over to Paradise Palms, where Boo Boo Boosh is trying to stay alive against Rux.
Yeah, Boo Boo Boosh, one of those players that have, you know, is no stranger to land competitions, and he is not in a good situation, taking a ton of fall damage here. Rux is a good player. He wants it. He wants this.
Well, Rux, though, had to worry about the Stormwing for a moment. Boo Boo Boosh, he jumped down and lost a lot of HP. You see it right there. He had more, but because of the bailout from that tower, he was not building. He did not catch himself, so he's going to have to bandage himself back up. Yeah, and it's Roki who's kind of third-partying this now, looking to come in. He's landed shots on both of these players. I wonder what Roki's game plan. Well, actually, he's dynamiting. Boo Boo's game plan is going to be. Yeah, Boo's trying to back up here. This dynamite's going to crack open a hard shell right here, exposing any players nearby. Roki in a weird place to build. These buildings suck. Oh gosh. He went right for it, but Boo Boo Boosh is going to reap the benefits of that, and Roki just dived on in. Right through the door. Yeah, you know, Boo Boo Boosh playing that right camera angle peek. He heard the landing come down. He knew exactly where he was going to come through. That was an easy read right there. Not Soar in a bad position under pressure by a grenade launcher here. It's Nistic. Soar recognizing he has to make a big move here. Oh, he has 3 HP. And he gets shut down. That's going to come from Nistic. That's his first elimination. Here's the Stormwing, though. Very frustrating for Nistic to have to deal with after just getting the HP from that fight. And here's Chaotic versus Vivid. Vivid looking to make the edit there and puts him down right away, making it look so easy. Those are the ones you want. Lines it up perfectly with that blue pump. Shuts him down. Interesting to see Vivid playing Lazy Links. You would think he's over by Metal Containers, but love how he's mixing it up. See what Rux got himself up to. Oh, some quad action. Found J-Love. Goodbye. Man, heavy AR, the highest damage output as far as the assault rifle class goes. Oh, Tahao. So Tahao's in the Stormwing. I wonder if it was a dogfight. Because he took out Schmecht. Yeah, it was Tahao who eliminated Schmecht earlier. And that was his first elimination, so that was number 2. Tahao, 1 short. And because of the format, here it is, swooping on in. Yeah, love to see Eclipse had no HP. 1 bullet connects from the Stormwing. That's going to be 30 to the body.
he's gone.
And the competitive format, really, you can take full advantage of the Stormwing. And there's Armand, who took out Sean from Ghost Gaming. But yeah, the Stormwing in its current state, with the way that the Scavenger Cup works, or Scavenger format, I should say, you're going to get eliminations that give you HP/shields, and it's going to give you materials.
Yeah, it's definitely a huge payout. You want to go for battles, especially when you feel confident. And that's the most important thing to recognize, confidence. Because when you're confident, it plays a huge factor in how, efficient you are in battle. Ruck's just wiping up players right here, all in the racetrack area. That's another one for him. He went from, I think it was somewhere near retail. Oh, no, it was actually Westworld, now rotating straight up that eastern side of the map. That's because he has zone.
Yeah, he was at Paradise, in that Paradise Palms area. Here is our leader, Legendian, with 7 eliminations. He was the points leader with the Victory Royale and winning on that biggest bonus, $20,000 giveaway, quote unquote, with 7 eliminations. Right now, though, he's got a big fat donut. Doesn't really have much, but he's maxed out on materials.
Yeah, you see take a little look at the top 5 there. Ledge is still in the lead as far as point systems go overall. Jacob find himself his point right here off of his first 3 eliminations. You even have AK Pearl we saw last game, just a little bit of, but also already at the 3 elimination threshold.
I wonder why Jacob did not take that quad launcher.
He probably doesn't have rockets for it, or he could have just a better loadout as far as like grappler and movement go. You kind of don't want to drop a Rift to Go early or something like that, even for split. Yeah, it is a Rift to Go. It's one of the few items that I know, like, if it's in your inventory, even a quad launcher isn't worth sometimes.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Movement is so valuable right now in Fortnite. Being able to get out of a tough fight, grapples. I don't know who it was, but they essentially said, like, you need grapples in your loadout late game. Jacob, he's going. He's challenging. He's trying to reposition himself now to get the high ground. Nistik's going to be in a little bit of a pickle here, though. It's going to eat some shots, eat a big pump, as a matter of fact. Jumps down. Jacob, that's going to be number 4.
Man, Jacob is actually incredible, showcasing how good of a player he is. His reaction speed to counter that Pistola play right there.
Oh!
But was it good enough? Pistola connects just a little too quick and is a little too swift on the aggression.
Even with that plus 50 HP bonus he got from removing Nistik in match 2, it was not going to be enough, especially when you take a huge shot to the face from Pistola. Now, flying over to Kenneth's perspective, still at retail row against Nolan.
Man, one thing to notice in all of these player loadouts is great materials. Just that 40% buff playing a huge role in how players can just fight comfortably. That's why we're seeing all this aggro right now.
Kenneth waiting now.
Nolan is way out of there.
Yeah, Nolan was able to get out, and Kenneth was not able to jump over that ledge. He figures, let me not continue to push this issue. Let me see if I can reposition.
And Nolan looking for Kenneth to expose himself. Pearl is super hurt here. This is Ruse hiding out with the Infinity Blade in the truck. Pretty clever for him. And he's at pretty much max materials, which you expect with an Infinity Blade user, because if you didn't know, one swing from that will insta-farm anything in your area. So perfect for harvesting.
We'll keep an eye on JT from Ruse, who now has the Infinity Blade, and we're entering into that mid-game portion. And when it's late game, that's when that Infinity Blade is just too important.
Yeah, to touch upon, the fact that we're approaching mid-game, 46 players remain. This is looking like a different game 2. Game 1, 46 was just about final circles. Players are definitely a lot more aggressive as they're warming up here. Now we have a little action shot of Slavings, who's taking the air, looking for his next battle, hopefully to dive in on some players. These aircraft players have no chill. He has 4 eliminations leading in elims right now. And
clearly our players don't know how many eliminations a lot of these other players have, but if you see that Stormwing in the air, maybe you just go for it. But here's another battle. Kenneth, he's going to dive right in.
He didn't even wait for that. Using grapplers to get an offensive, that's actually crazy. And Kenneth is just, sounds like he's putting in some good shots up here, but Bubba's like, I don't know if I really want to go up.
No, and I don't blame him. He's pulling the old golden boy here. Just build yourself a cave and don't let anyone come near you. That's what I would do. Especially
Hey, it's a solid strategy. I don't blame you.
You're darn right, buddy. You're darn right. Kenneth, though.
So,
and Boobush and Pearl all right next to each other.
I want to say it was an even exchange between Pearl and Kenneth. You know, both players a little bit hurt here previously. Both also had shield, not anymore. And it looks like they're going to kind of slow down and reevaluate whether or not this is worth it.
Pearl, hearing the movement, is just, you want to get as much HP.
Yeah.
As much HP as you possibly can. Kenneth, I think he's scrambled out, maybe looking to gain more materials, and then if possible, if he could find something nice, like, you know, maybe some shields or something, you know, maybe the loot gods will be in your favor. Pearl's already got a point. Here's the scoreboard, though. Slobbing's leading the pack with 4 eliminations. Pearl with 3, Rux with 3, and Ifa with 3. Macwood, Tahao, was it Rotes, Pistola, Armin with 2, and Slobbing Zoe actually left his airplane to go for the low ground.
Yeah, unfortunate for him to lose the Stormwing so early, but that's what happens when you're playing offense with it, because he clearly was leading in eliminations here. And just to touch up on that elimination, you know, threshold, all these guys with 2 elims are just 1 elim shy of big points for the finals today.
And if Slobbings can stay alive, 3 more eliminations, he ties up with the biggest bonus for that $20,000 that Legidian has. He only got 7 eliminations with the Infinity Blade. Slobbing's been doing this with the Stormwing and his own weapons.
Yeah, showcasing that you do not just need the Infinity Blade for elims. If you play hyper-aggressive and build like this, you might find yourself some opportunity. Misses a crucial shot there.
And Slobbings was, I think, yeah, he was the one in Tilted that beamed one of those players with the heavy.
Right, early on, we did catch that little highlight.
So you know he's got the shot. Just has to get the angle.
And there it is, a little bit of a standoff here. Players looking for the storm to reveal itself. No need to get too hyper-aggressive when there's 15 seconds, because if it favors you, then you're going to be good. Oh no, it's actually going to be a rotation time, so this is a decision to make. A standoff with multiple players nearby you. Road's backside is actually open. Yep, kind of a little bit of a misplay there. You don't want to leave any opportunity or windows. That's how you get an RPG to the back.
Now the rotation starts. Over to Outlet, though.
So far, Outlet with consistent positioning as far as that goes. And, of course, elims, too. For Daze, he's got 2 here. Looking to catch his next one. He is our 2nd place holder at the moment.
And I think Outlet...
Ooh, some heavy shots.
With the rockets... You know, maybe he's getting ready. Maybe he's getting ready for running after that Infinity Blade, right? If it happens to come up to him, having explosives would chunk a huge portion of damage. But here's Slobbings once again, heavy, and it is good.
And you know what? That player wrote, he kind of deserved it. That little misplay by leaving his backside open.
Oh,
nicely one shot.
done.
Slobbing's still going.
Nicely done from Slobbings. What a showing he's been putting forward thus far, but he's going to get pressured on, has to defend, and he won't have a lot of time to be able to top himself off with a mini.
It was worth it. Knocking on big bonus territory here with 6 eliminations. He's in the lead.
He should use that mini. Before he moves, he should use that mini. Yeah.
The multiple pressure.
He should, yeah, ultimately, when you're getting crossed like that from Macwood and Vinny, it's not going to matter that much.
I mean, you're not wrong. He had time. He had zone. He should have definitely healed.
Could have played it a little slower there, but it's all right. Mission accomplished. 6 eliminations for him. Doesn't get the placement bonus, though, the placement point, which I'm sure he would have wanted. Tahao with that compact SMG. You
got to be careful when you're standing stationary like that. You see that counter fire from the pump coming right to the face, forcing him to now waste the shield here. And it looks like we have a lot of players hugging up on one of Twitter. Hansen, AK Pearl, E11 Anthony, 72 hours. These guys are all on top of one another.
You have some players that are going to need to rotate out of Dusty Divot. I think maybe 1 or 2. Yeah, 1 or 2 are going to be hanging out low on Dusty Divot. The rest of them are going to be flying up in the Stormwings, trying to stay alive. Here's Macwood and Tahao on the split screen. Make sure you use that hashtag Winner Royale. Let us know who you think's going to win this one. Will it be Macwood?
Ooh, flashy grapple play.
A little nice there. You like to see it.
Trying to land in, takes that high ground. Careful you don't fall into a trap play here. This player has a hand cannon below him. Now time to relocate off to the side. Nicely done there. Maybe looking for the quick wall replace or to extend out. Yep, definitely gonna go ahead and extend out just a tad bit here. Give himself some breather room.
He's gonna need it. A good kit though. He has that heavy assault rifle, the compact SMG, the blue pump shotgun, as well as the grapple hook, some minis if he needs to bring him back up to 50 shields if necessary. A decent loadout to have here as we get ready for this 6th circle, or the 7th circle, excuse me.
Here's Outlet looking to get his next elimination, which is going to net worth him a point. In comes the RPG hand cannon. We saw it yesterday from Twitter. Hansen looks like he might have took some notes, and it was Symphony.
Can't edit your way out of that one.
Cannot edit your way out of that one. True fact. Unfortunately, Symphony is going to fall around that 35th placement. This is going to be a southwest rotation here. Somewhat of a tough one when it comes down to crossing out of retail because you have a lot of natural cover and then the elevation changes of all the mountains that are nearby. Launchpad coming out of Outlet to take the lead here. Yeah, you don't want to land on top of the crossfire, so he's playing that natural tree for coverage. Floats for a little too long.
Outlet, he took so much damage, but he's going to be able to stay alive.
He has no heals, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's got to hit one of these crazy shots right now when this next open happens. This is going to pretty much give him the heals he needs.
He's waiting for this player to push so he can get that HP buff if possible. Some more rockets coming in. Outlet just needs to start spamming rockets. Take out anyone he possibly can. Doesn't matter where they are. You got the hand cannon. You can remove the wall, and then you can go for the rocket immediately. It's a tough one because of the rocket reload speed being so slow. Spades is going to get picked off by Posick. Posick going to be in this scramble here in the top 25 players remaining. Tahal's going to be very weak, and he's going to get dropped by Licerin.
Yeah, big mistake from Tahal right there. He did not have ultimate high ground. He was playing mid grounds, being that he was exposed from the top. He gets beamed off the game here. It's Posick. We see some good action from Posick yesterday. He has a grappler. Oh, this is some real high ground here.
Ooh. This is risky. And look who's low, by the way. I don't know if you saw it ever so briefly, but Ruse JT low with that Infinity Blade. It's going to be lurking over a good portion of this match.
Yeah,
Posick can't get above that one.
Even a touch up right there. Posick just got himself a point by taking out Liquid Chaff as well. So he's feeling good. He's kind of done his job so far.
There's
and we're
JT.
approaching top 10.
There's JT with the Infinity Blade. And he ate some damage, but he's going to get the heals per second for holding that weapon. Tig drops Nolan off screen, and the storm keeps moving.
And I think Ruse is playing this right. He's taking his time. He's not using that dash too recklessly. He's actually building and creating himself a little bit of a snake turtle here. And there's a lot going on. Ultimate high ground's going to be snacked by Mac Wood. No, I'm wrong. It's actually Poach and Posick. Or, sorry, 72 Hours and Posick who are fighting for that ultimate high ground. 72 now way up top over all of the competition. Decent materials, kind of baiting out, seeing if there's any threats nearby.
This is when things are going to get really risky for 72 Hours, because you have a rocket above you, and then you have the Infinity Blade underneath you, and he doesn't know that because JT has not made himself very known. He's been hiding this entire time. Now we're in top 10.
All of these players happy they got themselves a point.
This is
72
rough.
Wants the high ground. Oh gosh, it's a back and forth contest right here. Faking out, snatching materials. It's all his now.
And that was Mitro who was in the top 10. Learson as well.
It was Tom Dez who eliminates Mitro, it looks like. And Macwood is somehow securing this position here with some exceptional grappling.
And I believe JT is out. Yeah, JT is going to be out of this.
All right, here we have it. E11
Anthony
with the Infinity Blade at the ultimate low ground. These other players are playing mids and super high. This is actually better for Anthony. It's just going to buy him time for endgame. These guys are doing all the hard work for him.
Anthony wants to wait for that one player to fall, and that will give him top 3.
And a point if he can actually catch an elimination as well. Tom Dez finds himself all the way down, looking to relocate. This is a super risky play, though. He's going to make it with the last tick.
This isn't good at all. Tomdez is so weak down low. The storm getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Anthony's going to be eliminated. Anthony's going to pick up the elimination onto Tomdez. That player was so weak, so low, and 72 Hours actually might be able to outlive him here.
He's totally going to outlive him.
Yes, he does. Doesn't need to outlive him. Shoots him in the face. That's right. You dance. You earned that one. 72 Hours. 5 eliminations as well. This is a victory royale.
Yeah. Definitely.
Well, match 3 is about to begin. What will this game bring us? Lots of excitement here in the studio for the Winter Royale Grand Finals. $500,000 up for grabs. All these players vying for the top crown to be the champion, to get the biggest bonus. To bring home the cash.
They want it all.
They want it all, Monster. They want it all. And this is going to be a good bus here. It actually cuts right through the middle practically.
Yeah, it's the perfect kind of bus everyone's really hoping for. Doesn't exclude anyone as far as landing spots go. This is exactly what you want as a competitive player. And more importantly, you also want to land right on that Infinity Blade and take it and run, because we've seen how perfect it can be if you just have the, just a precise location as far as spawn goes. And it's going to be Loon, who's now looking to hook up that loadout. He's got the towers. Good old 1-2.
And Slobbings goes tilted. You also have Aiden here. Bear in mind, Loon.
And that feed just lit up real quick. Yep. I saw a Chap's name in there. I saw, I think, a Rue's name in there. I wasn't too sure.
Yeah, JT's out.
Yep. It just kind of popped off for a second there. And it's still going.
Out as well.
FH to God going off in the feed right now. Players are getting dropped. And if they're your favorites, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so sorry. We don't want to be those guys, but we have to be those guys. And I like that we started in Tilted, because a lot of quality has come out of that POI, but we're going to move on over to the Divot for some more action with Prodigy Aces and Hydra. Hydra, who had some decent games, I would say, in Heat 2 yesterday.
He had a decent Heat. I'm actually really surprised Hydra doesn't push this. He showcased yesterday that he can be pretty offensive. I like what he did. He tried to, counter-rotate, but I don't think it was the right call, man. Prodigy's going to go ahead and get on there and top off with a med kit. Prodigy just escaping near death, really kind of lucky.
And I think Prodigy might believe that Hydra will still be inside of the facility.
Yeah, that's why he's kind of like peeking around here, but Hydra's trying to use that, how do you say it, like, counter... counter the counter.
This is good old-fashioned 3-piece. That's really all that
it's just mind games right here. It's really what they're playing at this moment. So I think Hydra kind of realizes, hey, maybe he's not there. I think he chucks the dynamite.
Hydra just trying to third person around a corner, or third person the entire view there so that he could get the jump on him. But
man, poor Kenneth changing his landing spot again. Now go to Broken House outside. So Tilted didn't work, Retail didn't work. Now he's back to the outskirts of Tilted, and it's Aiden who's just running around here looking for anyone to challenge him. His loadout is pretty okay. 6 dynamite can pretty much crack open any building in Tilted at this current standing. And he's got extra shields.
He's got some utility here if he needs to. Here's Kaizui, and that is going to send that player to the lobby. Dubs.
Oh, so I see why he throws the heart there, because his head was sticking through the plank, which means that he was able to fire on through that suppressed pistol. We'll talk about if you can hit to the face, it does a lot of damage.
Clarity versus Young Chung. Clarity knows that Young Chung's going to be below. Just wants to hack in so he can get in his face.
Yeah, Young Chung had a pretty decent games yesterday. We saw him a few times. Today, unfortunately, I've seen him in the feed just kind of being victim. Could have been victim to Clarity a few times. So Clarity probably just feeling like, hey, I have the upper hand here. I've won this, early game a few times. You want to keep landing here? I'm going to bring it to you.
Wants to make Pleasant Park his home, his town. It's going to be this battle if Young Chung wants to take it. He's got balloons, too. Balloons, the ultimate counter against the Infinity Blade.
True.
As my buddy Hysteria showed me yesterday on Twitter. That was pretty funny.
It's a pickaxe fight.
What is going on here? This is ridiculous. And JT tried to go for the play. Chap, though, that's how Chap got the elimination on JT. So many players circling around, and Chap, does he pick it up? Oh, the Stormwing. Well, the Stormwing's not going to do anything. Legendian was not there to stop it. Chap has possession of the Stormwing. Oh, boy. That is one player. Do not want to have that weapon on.
Yeah, we saw what he could do with it yesterday. He was pretty much running a show, that's for sure, around his heat. And he makes it to endgame too before getting eliminated by Saf. I remember that one clearly. Here's Spades. Pretty clean shot right there. Misses the second one though.
Spades goes low, but Aspire's going to try and challenge it, see if he can get the wall replaced and get control.
Yeah, Spades kind of making the common move to try and go for the high ground real quick. Aspire showing that he is ready to take it to the air. Nice cone play there, and the full trap off.
Ooh.
But he counter edits, and Aspire pays for it. Too much building, not enough counter fire coming out of Aspire. But we changed that real quick because Spades gets chunked down.
Spades able to use the minis. Take him back in this one. Spire probably doesn't have anything to really work with. The harvest tool comes out. Can he get it? He's going to actually be able to throw down the ramp right in front of him.
Yeah, Spades is waiting for the edit.
Nice.
You cannot make those easy edits when someone like Spades is waiting for you to do it. His crosshair was already pre-placed. Easy shot right there. And it's Tom, Des, Vacaros, and Rote. We've seen a lot of Rote, man. Rote's been successful in these battles, and it's because he plays smart. He's backing up here. Casts just cheeky shot on Tom Des from the side. All him. We talk about playing smart. That's it right there.
And because of that, he'll be able to use the big shield potion.
Legendary pump shotgun, man. It's scary.
It's not a bad loadout right now. I mean, I think you'd want to ideally upgrade from that SMG, but that legendary pump, not bad at all. Vacaros is going to take a little bit of damage from that one, but
it's kind of an easy trade. I think another player just kind of landed in on his battle.
Yeah, Cold.
It's the
Cold's going to be in it
too.
There's just a lot going on over here. You got Cold who wants to get in on the fun. He might be finding Rote. They're going to be near one another. Vacaros waiting. There's Cold. He has that heavy.
You know, we have quite the three-way battle going on here. Action pouring in. Rote. The savage edit on the window right there. Catches him off guard. Now relocating from Cold here. Nicely done.
Try again, Vacaros. Rote versus Cold is the battle we're going to be focused on. But Rote, as he breaks it, goes in for the challenge immediately, knocks the shields down. He's only going to have 90 HP. Rote's going to have the advantage, jumps around the corner, and with the legendary pump, right to the face.
And just like that, Rote picks up 3, making him earn himself a full point.
Slobbings versus Ghost Aiden yet again. Oh, the grapple up.
The dodge.
Oh, and Aiden has been felled by Slobbings. Slobbings, the bane of Aiden's existence.
Slobbings really putting in good work at Tilted, showcasing that he can bring it to anyone in a close quarter engagement. That was a fantastic grapple play to dodge that RPG. And when you have a rocket launcher and you're that high up and you see a player on the low ground, you don't really anticipate them to have a grappler to dodge that. That was perfect.
And look at the way that the dodge came in from the grapple. The rocket was...
Pixel miss.
It was like, yeah, it was just like a butt crack, basically.
Yeah. Perfect miss right there.
That was just oh, you hate to see it happen for Aiden there, but
this is gonna be our first taste of like a super biased zone here. It's gonna go so north. Prior to this, it was mainly center, so this is gonna be pretty interesting how the southern players work their way up.
Imagine if the zone ends at the block.
Oh gosh,
there's nothing there.
Not yet.
Oh, there will be a lot of things there, but as it currently stands, there's nothing there. And Pearl tried to grapple up, but Kevy now is going to benefit from all of the goods. I want to upgrade some of these things.
Talk about a nice loot delivery, and Posick sees that there was something going on here, and he's out of there.
Yeah.
He is long gone now.
Kenneth versus Slobbings. Slobbings has been kind of a superstar here.
Oh, he hits the grapple on accident. Oh, the zip line, sorry.
Comes back
but it's all good. Stormwing's going to play to his benefit here. He sees Kenneth is on the run now, hitting the launch.
Oh. We have not talked about the zip line at all. Yesterday it did not even come into play, but today the zip line was not to be outdone by the Storm Wings and the Infinity Blades.
You know, that's why I mentioned that whole activation thing is like kind of crazy. Oh, is he gonna get edited on? He's waiting for the shot here, and the edit does not happen. He does have a grapple left. Still 4 shots. Slavings wants this. This is worth a point right here, by the way.
Oh, he's got to have control.
Clean trap play. He's trapping him in.
Oh, he goes in.
One more connection.
And Slavings, that will be number 3 and a point. He has been on fire in match 3.
Man, I gotta say it. The players he's eliminated is pretty scary.
Yeah.
Kenneth, Aiden, and Pistola. All of these guys, slayers.
And okay, I'm also going to give Slavings a ton of credit, too, because he looked like he got caught off guard by the zipline, and then in his mind was like, oh, wait a minute, I can actually make a play here because he's not going to expect me.
Exactly. He turns right back around, changes his momentum and direction, pulls out the hand cannon, starts breaking up structures. Baits Kenneth into exiting, and he says, ha, that's what happened to me, but I know exactly where you're going. He anticipated it.
Planned it beautifully, calculated from Slavings. Probably our MVP of
so
games
far,
2
yeah,
and 3.
absolutely.
Thus far.
Jacob.
He's going to take all the goods.
That was a nice little shot right there. Heavy shotgun into following up with the AR. Very nice. Interesting. He drops the suppressed AR for the legendary Scar here. Oh, he's actually carrying all 3. So he replaced the slot because the normal legendary AR is really good for hip fire. A lot better than the suppressed version. The suppressed obviously great for long range engagements and for third partying. So I love this loadout right here. It's actually really strong.
It's utilizing the legendary AR is kind of
as an SMG,
a pseudo
as a
SMG.
sidearm. Yeah, and it's actually a viable strat.
And Mr. Console Wiggs in the fight. And he succeeds.
Nice job for Wiggs here. Now looking to run his way from the storm. His loadout's a little hurt. We talk about using the suppressed AR as a sidearm. You really don't want it because the hip fire is pretty bad when you go full auto. And he's hurting. If that's a heavy AR, lucky for him it was not a heavy AR. He would have probably been gone already.
And he got tagged for white damage, so they know he has 1 HP. 1 HP in a dream. Is he going to be able to stay alive?
Everyone hears even a shotgun pellet will take him out.
Yes.
That's exactly what it is.
You literally just needed to throw a cotton ball onto Wiggs, and he would have fell in that one. A close range battle, and Slavings, he gets the point, but he does not stay alive. Posick is going to be the one to send Slavings back out. Here goes another replay.
Let's see what happened here. Oh, okay. So it was an actual AR connection right there. Pretty good, pretty good.
I think Saf was probably like, oh, that
you
was
gotta
easy.
be happy, right? You gotta be happy to land 1 hit marker and get a free elim virtually.
Thank you so much, everyone else in the game, for shooting at Wiggs. I'll gladly take the 1 elimination. Ghoul drops Nolan.
Here's Kevy. Gets off a med kit, makes the edit. Doesn't quite land it though.
Charges right inside of the 1x1, and Kevy stays alive.
Wait, what? Ethan, why? Why'd you do that? You didn't own any walls. That was so questionable. Kevy, known for having a good shot, by the way. So, yeah, he didn't miss once there. Well played.
I mean, I think he was also surprised.
You had to be surprised. He kind of hesitated on pulling out the heavy AR. Like, wait a second, you're here? Okay. Okay.
You actually came inside? Oh, all right. I think that's fine.
Ooh, Kai popping a chug jug just outside of Saf's radius here. Lucky Kai manages to buy himself some time to fully tank out. He probably just found it as well. Kevy wants to raise the distance and space between Saf. Looking for a free rotation around the metal junkyard here. The shipping containers.
The shipping yard. We have a couple of these in New York.
Yeah, definitely.
You know? Especially my old neighborhood.
And it's Saf who's out now with the early rotation.
No one's going to be around to look at him move out.
Yeah, everyone's long gone. I think he kind of put up some pressure. There was fire already, so they wanted to move sooner rather than later. Chap is hoarding the blade here. Yep, the Infinity Blade. He has got himself 3 eliminations. Fully healthy, fully capped on materials, basically. And what's up, Vix? How you doing over here? Have you met the Infinity Blade?
Yeah, Vix did now.
There you have
You're gonna learn today. Goes right in with the blade.
I think Chap knows that there's a lot of space in this area right now. This is where players typically do not battle. So Chap timed this almost perfectly.
He's got to be careful, though. Stormwing now flies in to try and put the pressure onto Chap, which is exactly what happens, and he's getting tagged up. He's going to have to move around. You see Nav low. He's usually in the air with the Stormwing, not this time, and Chap ends up going all the way down low, and Nav, no!
Ooh,
Take to the skies, Nav! Take to the skies! He gets out of there.
So
He's going to take Chap with him.
It's crazy because, like I said before, this is the zone where, you know, typically it's like 2 minutes before an elimination happens. Chap's looking to catch a highlight. He's going to land on someone's Stormwing and take quick care of him. No one plays close enough to him.
And they don't know.
Lucky
clearly.
them. Yeah, you do not know what this guy's got.
But imagine if a Stormwing just lands on a, or he lands on a Stormwing, busts out the Infinity Blade.
If anyone makes a move, Chap's landing on him 100%. So it's probably going to be Psychic here. Oh, lucky he doesn't quite get seen by Chap. Chap's probably saying, you know what, I'm going to go back down here.
Might as well.
Likes to spy. He's going to buy himself some time.
No reason for him to have to move out.
That was pretty intense, man. He almost had him a little two-piece.
So glad Nav stayed alive.
Yeah, man. Nav's is having a pretty rough one so far. He's been getting taken out. Let's see if this game ends up turning in his favor.
22 seconds, excuse me, until the storm moves. And it's going to be in a good spot. You're going to have it kind of covered Tomato Temple a little bit, as well as the cliff sides. Oh, really some bumpy terrain around here.
Yeah, Jacob needs this one. Elam right here to catch him with a point. Be careful of the trap play. Lovely usage.
Ooh.
And wow, he doesn't expect that the wall was broken.
He just needs one more, and he doesn't get it, and you gotta be so mad with yourself when that happens.
Yeah, it's all on him. He's gonna be eating himself up for that one, unfortunately. Yep, that's the one that gives you nightmares right there.
You get 2 eliminations, you're in a battle for your last one, and you think this is it, and it does not happen that way. J-Love, he got hit. Don't know where that was from. But here's Chap. One more again. Goes on in.
Bop, shing, shing. Bye-bye, Bosick right there. He's going to take it out. Oh, no.
Sexro.
Sexro, too. Slow down, Chap, please. So now, if Chap picks up another elimination, he is going to be in the biggest bonus territory. Chap also utilizing that drop feature to, you know, pop some shields and stuff like that. Bounce back a little bit quicker.
Oh, Chap. Always thinking a step ahead of the competition. One more, and he's tied for the biggest bonus. 2 more, the biggest bonus is his. And the rate that he's going and the amount of players that are left, you kind of sort of have to imagine that he's going to hit that.
Yeah, Chap was in 18th place with 1 point when we last checked him. This game definitely bumping him way higher now. If he breaks, you know, that biggest bonus territory, I don't think he's going to look back as far as the rest of the competition goes.
Haven't really covered some of the other players that you saw that were
Chap,
in
still
the top.
hopping around.
Yeah.
Breaking up builds.
And you wish that you could just open comms and say, he's over here.
Yeah.
You just yell at everyone and tell them to just target the Infinity Blade guy, because that is the big dog in the yard.
Where he's parked himself as well is on the outermost area. Most players will go center with the Infinity Blade. He's actually looking for elimination still. He's at the very edge.
Chap.
And he catches someone.
Yep.
VMS, whoever that was right there, goes down.
That was Kyle from VMS. Chap is going to be on the other side of this mountain.
He's lost a lot of health, though.
He has, but no one is going to go and target him because clearly they don't know. So he should be able to hide, stay alive, unless they start to run into him. Kind of like the way Kevy might. Oh, Kevy was so close.
He squeaked on by there. Yeah, no one wants to, you know, come across Chap right now. But, you know, really, though, realistically, he's pretty weak. One pump can take him down right now.
But then you factor in that each second he's going to get 1 HP.
Yeah.
As soon as he finishes with 200, he's going to start gaining some shields.
So just taking a look at the world map here, key players like Vivid are still alive, Metro still alive. They're looking to make a big rotation here because this zone is going southwest pretty hard right now.
Oh, two players actually landed right in front of one another. Didn't see who that was. Oh, Nistic and Metro run into one another.
So hurt right now. So is Riverson. Cease is pretty much 1 or 2 pop away from getting eliminated. But I think Cease, yeah, he's just trying to hide here under that, 3 layers of coverage, basically. He needs one more limb. He's just right there. He probably hears the effect.
Oh.
The ambience.
Wait a minute.
Mystic picks up a sidekick. 5 eliminations. Rift to go pops off. He's going into the storm for it. Never mind. There's a player behind him.
And you're starting to see players use that Rift to go fake.
Ouch. He gets hit really hard there, but it's all good. The Scrappler has 1 more shot left. He's ahead of the competition now. As far as rotations go, beautiful quad launcher. Reset that build right there. Still needs to reload it, though. He should push that player down as well, and that's a big chunky 80 to him as well.
5 eliminations. That's going to be number 6 on Spectro. And Nistic. He's playing without a care in the world.
This is what the quad launcher can do to you. Break up any player. Chap gets hit right there.
He sees him.
Chap's on the run.
He sees him.
Chap gets taken out.
Nistic takes out Chap. The Infinity Blade is in play.
He's rushing it.
He's going for the blade, and he picks it up.
Oh my gosh, he's got it.
That's going to give him the HP. That's going to give him a powerful weapon, but he needs to be careful not to get a little overzealous here. Nistic could win this game. He has 7
needs
elims.
To go for it. He's going for the biggest bonus here. Every elim's going to be a big point.
Huge moment for Nistic. Lining up another one, but that player's going to be able to run away. And this is what we were talking about before. A lot of players are playing very passive with the Infinity Blade. But this right here, jumping up and down, rips through all of the mats, rips through every single structure.
He's 30% faster than the competition as well.
But when you throw down a wall, you're able to at least fend off that swing. If he goes for it, the player had obviously no idea because he was running away from him.
Anyone to break down right now.
And you have to hear this blade, the sound of it. Nistic.
Funk Bomb gets destroyed by Tyler 15, it looks like. Actually, it's Clarity. Nistic takes out Clarity just after that. RPGs are popping off. Oh. Saf turns that around. He eliminates Vivid as well. He's in the lead.
2 for that one. Cease now on your screen. High Sky got Saf and Nav. We're down to the top 4.
It is going to go down. We have a low ground game between Cease and High Sky. Tyler putting pressure on the mid grounds on Vinny.
And you see the Infinity Blade in the back. This is not going to play a factor in this late game situation.
Cease got to be really careful for the edit here.
Ooh.
Oh, the pressure from what sounds like an AR.
He's got to use that shield.
Tyler's got to be so happy. He's getting uncontested right now.
Vinny. High Sky, Vinny with 2. Now it's going to be a 1v1. And Tyler is your winner from above. No worries. That's going to be the victory royale.
What an end game that was, Golden Boy, right there. Chap going crazy in the mid game with the Infinity Blade.
Here we go. Game 4. Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, that was an awesome, quick little re-energizer here, guys. We have 3 more action-packed games ahead of us. And we're breaking it down to the top 100. Where are you gonna land?
See those bones?
Yeah, it's all types of stuff going on over here. Wait till it all maybe thaws out, man. That's my prediction.
I know, isn't it the theory that it's gonna melt? I like it because we're like not Epic employees. We're just commentators.
We can make stuff up.
So we can make
day.
it. We can do whatever we want. Just whatever we see fit.
I love that we're coming in first with Chap because Chap has had a nice streak when it comes down to taking that Infinity Blade early on. And we talked about last game a great bust. This one, not so much. It's a Western split.
No, and for anyone going Polar Peak to try and grab that blade.
It's probably their shot.
It's already happening.
Drop.
It's already happening.
Whack,
oh no,
whack. Oh, he's out of here, dude.
And there we go again.
Oh no. But Chap has shield. Oh, what are you doing?
He wasn't able to stay alive.
Oh, it's Flossin.
Oh, but Flossin, I think Flossin actually picked him up from up top, and then Aspire has the power, and the Infinity Blade is his. Goodbye.
Yep, that man is long gone now. I think we might have hit him with a little bit of Caster's Curse. Chad, love you, brother. I won't do it again.
Oh, man. This has just been nuts. This whole game, like, yeah, I get a call from Epic. They're like, hey, man, you want to come commentate some Fortnite? I'm like, heck yeah, man. I've been wanting to do pro Fortnite forever. And then I just get this opportunity to call the most insane things with this Infinity Blade. You get pickaxe eliminations. It's just been wild.
That's the magic of Fortnite. You never know. Not only you never know, what game's gonna be, like what's gonna happen to the game itself. Because yeah, this time around, everyone was bombarded by a nice surprise.
It's an ever-evolving game, Fortnite, and these players just gotta roll with the punches here. And as far as drops are concerned, there was a name that popped up there that I do want to talk about, and that's Kenneth. Kenneth has changed his drop location so many times, but he's back on Tilted Towers, and I respect that.
Honestly, he might be a little lucky this time. Aiden mysteriously vanished to El Spectro, who has the 1 elimination. So El Spectro, we got to catch up with him earlier today.
No way.
Yeah, he's gone, dude. So maybe Kenneth will have us a chance this time around. You saw Spire hopping around with that Infinity Blade nearby as well. But he doesn't seem like he wants to battle.
And then EMV, as I've dubbed him on Reddit, Elon Musk Vivo TV. This guy, there's a video on the Fortnite competitive Reddit right now that is so awesome of him qualifying. You hear us in the background say it. He made it in number 50, literally squeaked by to get to this point. And massive for EMV. I'm happy for him. I hope that he can continue on and have a good performance here. But against Chaotic, this is going to be challenging. Chaotic, a very good player.
Yeah, he's looking to full shield up here. Elon, unfortunately, does not notice that there is a pot right above him as well. Chaotic, he has nothing to lose here. He's got to go for it with the, oh man, that bomb loadout right there.
EMV's going to be in a rough spot.
This is a standoff here.
He hears him. He knows he's there. And EMV's just been playing it cool.
And by the way, if you're into like happy, screams, you'll love the video.
Yes. Yes. Full warning to all of our viewers.
Headphones
off.
Turn them down.
or you turn the volume down, one or the other. So Chaotic is just getting control. That's what Chaotic's doing here. Getting control, owning all of the floors, all of the walls, and that if he needs to edit out, he totally can. But EMV's actually going to go for it, and
he's going to meet one.
Yeah, that was a rough one. Pumped right to the face. And then, you hate to see that one happen. He'll have to go back to the lobby. Here's Flossin again, looking for number 5.
5 eliminations this early. So, Polar Peak, although Flossin hasn't gotten away with the Infinity Blade, he is putting a name down on Polar Peak.
And Flossin is not known as a guy who wants to chase after 1v1s. He said it himself, but he's just not that kind of person. So for him to have 5 eliminations,
confidence,
massive for Flossin.
Confidence is there for sure. El Spectro fully tanked out. Kenneth watching that battle. Zexro, notorious for the aggro, coming in on Ripmate, who's hidden down below here. Zexro trying to use his tracking skills, and that cone right there is going to be the reason Zex is going to be on you now.
Careful with that zip line, by the way. Just throwing that out there.
I think that was a headshot from a Stormwing right there. Zexro just got pinked. No.
I think it was actually a person third-partying.
Oh, it's Vide.
Yeah, Vide was third-partying this one, so now Zexro is going to have to build a 1-by-1 and keep himself out of harm's way. Rip is still going to be low. Vide has a high ground. Anthony's creeping around the corner. Anthony could get him if he's not careful.
Dude, Vide is connecting so hard here. 2 hand cannon shots so far.
Anthony's right there.
Anthony is watching this, looking for the perfect opportunity to hit Vide here. Vide's got the pressure in his pocket, though, man. With the hand cannon, he can bully through any build. And there it is.
Oh, and he's going to just charge right in there and shut down Ripmate. But the dynamite now in play, that's going to be courtesy of Anthony. Vide is going to be very low on HP. He's going to have to try and defend himself, but Anthony charges right in. And with authority, is going to pick up his first elimination. Zexro, though, still standing across the valley.
Honestly, courtesy to Zexro right there to, slow off Anthony, but it just wasn't enough, man. Vide's so hurt. And now Zexro's in a really weird position here. Kind of natural low ground, but if Anthony crosses over, he'll give up his dominant position. Yep.
And yeah, and he has a circle behind him, so if he needs to move, he can with no problem. Just needs to be careful.
Yeah, I like what Zexro's doing here, just retreating to the natural high ground. You really want to use that. And Bloom coming in hot. Bloom, Riverson, and Kenneth is going to take care of Spectro right there.
He's going to be able to stay alive, but the pesky Storm Wings are going to be up above, and that's going to hurt Kenneth as well as the Stink Bomb. So it's more the Stink Bomb that does the damage to Kenneth. The Storm Wing that was shooting was destroying all of his mats, all of his walls, all of his flooring.
I don't know if Parallel Ando wants to do this here. This is not the player you want to push.
He's getting third party from the left as well. He's going to have to get out.
He's one shot now. Kenneth cleans that up for a full point there. This is exactly what Kenneth wanted. And to no surprise, Aiden's not here anymore. So suddenly, Kenneth is the most dominant force in Tilted Towers.
Monster, the player that was shooting and trying to get the third party was Flossin.
Uh-oh. No, Flossin doesn't want to take any super clean battles. He kind of said it before. He knows his playstyle. Riverson making his way to the other side of the map, wrapping up Hansen here. Nav on Twitch has got to be a little bit upset. He kind of got that one snatched from him.
Nav has not really taken to the skies, and I'm a little shocked about that because he was doing that so much in his heat. Perhaps he just hasn't been picking up the Storm Wings, and other players have been getting to them quicker.
Here's Flossin on a hard rotation center map at the moment. Loadout looking a little sketch, if I'm going to be honest here, but maybe he's going to upgrade here with that pump. And there it is. Nice. Oh, is he a tactical shotgun user?
Well, listen, I'm going to be...
He's a tactical shotgun user, so he's going to...
Tac shotguns also?
You like the tac.
I like the tac. I'm sorry. I know everyone's going to give me crap for it, but
no, you know, honestly, there's a community out there. Small, you know, there's a community out there of tac users, man. You guys are special.
There's a Discord for tactical shotgun users. Okay, can I get an invite to the tac cord, please?
Dude, you see that little glowing arm on Tom Dez?
I wonder what that is.
That's the Infinity Blade, brother. He's hunting.
And he has 2 eliminations.
He's at height level as well. Here's Saf, just super intense standoff. Jacoby does not want to move. Saf doesn't want to give it up either, but with a little rotation to make here, he's going to go ahead and get on out of here. Man, max materials on Ghost Saf as well. That's really, really nice. Yeah, Jacob is just sitting there. He's like, you know what? You get on out of here, man. I'm going to wait it out, dude.
Like, yeah. You want to fight? Nah, I don't really want to. If that's okay with you, I'd rather use my Rift to go if I can bail out.
Man, Riverson is on at least 2 eliminations, I think, and he's looking to get another one. Flossin ready to shoot anyone in the back, but I think Prodigy Ace is going to beam him.
Yeah, this is not good for Flossin. He's just got to stay alive here. If he's able to do so, he can continue to add on to his bonus of getting those eliminations, but Riversan jumps in and will send Flossin back to the lobby.
Dude, that hand cannon is scary. The amount of pressure you can put on into builds. Riverson catches a free one. He's going to get on out of here looking to reset.
Instantaneous with it. Look at Riverson. He used that hand cannon to destroy that wall right away, and then Flossin could not get the wall up quickly enough. Now Nav is going to be below EMAD here as we jump over to the action happening at hand. 55 HP, some bandages, but he won't be able to really use much out of this one. 14 HP as well, Monster.
Riverson, oh no, it's actually T-How who's beaming his way through the builds, who chunks down EMAD, man. EMAD came into this battle as a third party with shield. Not anymore, man. He's really getting hurt. T-How's trying to pretty much push these guys off of the builds. If he connects, it's gonna hurt. Nice play by Nav. Gets blocked out by EMAD, though, with a crazy quick
I wonder if that was actually intentional to throw down the flooring there. EMAD's going to jump down. Nav is going to have to play defense and turtle up a little bit, top himself off with the minis. And EMAD can't use it either. No one can use that jump pad there.
Oh, into the build he goes.
Nav, though, stays alive long enough. 59 HP, and he still will have the minis to use, but Syllable is full 100-100 on the blue and green.
Yeah, Syllable's not too sure if he wants to jump into this build anymore. You don't quite know with the heal back system. Here's Nav on the defense, who makes the edit.
9 HP!
And Ena just kind of walked into him, man. That was a clutch one.
Big moment for Nav.
Nav is gone.
Uh-oh.
Oh! Syllable nearly catches that pick right there.
That was Sloppings, probably would have hit it. I'm kidding. EMAD, that was a tough shot. Players going up on an incline over a mountain like that, there's just some awkward movement. Here's Sean making his best Flossin impression known inside of Fatal Fields.
He is hidden at the moment, and I like, you know, he's using that little trick to ADS right there to kind of peek on out, get some, you know, little bits of information. That's Zexra, who's in the sky at the moment, shooting down on builds. R2 Dubs over to his right-hand side. Jacob finally making a move to get closer to the zone as well.
Look how many players are left alive, Monster. 45, but we're just going into the third circle.
Yeah, things definitely have taken a slower pace here in Game 4 of the finals heat, guys. And unfortunately, we haven't even seen much PvP from Symphony. I think Symphony's been trying to play for placement, and maybe that's kind of working against him. He's a really good 1v1er. I kind of feel like he's just got to step it up, get a little more confident with the engagements.
Uh-oh.
Here's Sean rotating right into Dubs. Oh, Dubs in a 1-by-1 though. He's not using...
I thought he was in the grass, and we were gonna have the epic grass battle.
By the way, I'm absolutely loving the wraps on these weapons, man. It makes it look so festive.
I know. I tweeted that I want Epic to give me a gold wrap. Full gold, nothing else. I don't think it's going to happen, and I don't think I'll be the... I think Ninja and will probably be the one to get it first before I do. Yeah. But, you know, this is the life I live.
That's the life, man. So
I think everyone will get it first before I do.
FaZe Funk Bomb hanging out in the low ground here. I think Tweefo owns a lot of these builds. Tweefo is another scary player. He will charge you with a pickaxe and take quick care of you. So you have to be careful from the pump pickaxe combo.
Oh, and the fight's going to start now. Tweefo's going to be a little weak. Has to play this one smart. And he's going to get dominated by Funk Bomb there. Edited out, and Funk Bomb was ready for it.
Yeah, honestly, you know, sometimes you make those predictable ramp plays. Funk Bomb saw it through the build and aimed that crosshair, lands a shot.
Jumped on that moment. Here's the moment from Funk Bomb's POV. Waited, edited, and then
yeah, you saw he was ADS'd already to make sure all those pellets are going to be in a nice tight cone when he presses it to your chest.
He owned that wall, but he owned the steps. That was just great predictive gameplay. He's been in that moment so many times. Just kind of have to anticipate it. That's
kind of what pros are known for, playing with their backs against the wall. They'll hit those shots pretty consistently, and they'll bait you towards them, giving you the, you know, the impression that you're gonna make this hit, right?
I don't know if you noticed, but Hydra just did an good old-fashioned check your corners.
You have to.
Because you never know if someone's gonna throw down a trap in there and end your day. But there's Hydra. I think someone tweeted me saying they wanted to see some more Hydra. I'm sure we'll get some if he keeps on playing the way that he has.
I mean, Hydra's had a little bit of airtime today, man, for all the Hydra fans out there. We're you know, trying to showcase the fan faves. Got you guys.
Look at our observers. They got you.
What's up, Hydra? He's got himself a nice nest of space to work with here. 1 elimination, 2 shots.
And he's got nades.
He's bringing it to Vinny now. He's bringing... I like what he's doing. He's actually going back and forth to that loop out to bring those splodes up to the safe zone here. And now pressure's on Vinny.
He's just chucking those grenades.
He's waiting for one to connect. He's going to get in there.
There's been no chill with those nades.
That's a great grenade right there, too. Ooh, so close to Vinny.
Vinny, or I should say Hydra, kudos to you, my friend, for having that Aaron Rodgers arm just sending those nades flying.
It looks like Zexra was just taking out his aircraft vehicle as well. Hydra, we just talked about him bringing stuff from the storm. He is using all of this loot to his benefit. I like it.
So look at his loadout. He has a few med kits, he has some shields, but he also has that SMG on the floor. He has some decisions to make here. Do you go for more weaponry, or do you try and bring more utility? Do you drop the stink bombs? What do you do, Monster?
I keep the stink bombs. This is an elimination format, a game. You can see players, you know, opting to play aggressive, especially at the end game. Stinkers are so good for that, to really push players in directions. You can dictate battle really nice with Stinker. So he's going to use that med kit, drop it, take the SMG, and kind of roll on. And then that's also why he was going back to recycle the grenades and all that stuff. He has a lot of space to work with.
Now, Fatal Fields.
Armon popping a chug jug in the back. R2 Dubs coasting over here. I think he just dived in out of nowhere, and he's moving right past Sean. I don't think Sean's going to give him free cover here.
No, not at all. He's right in front of him.
Look at him aiming that crosshair through the wall. He kind of has an idea of where he is. It's Hydra who's back on the offense here.
Back in the fight. Let's see if Hydra's going to be able to come out on top with this one.
Yeah, it looks like he did manage to use the stinkers in this battle. All 3 of them already, so the player above him has to be hurt.
Yes.
Yeah, look at that. Kyle pulls off the big shield. Hydra now trying to gain complete control of the bottom layer of this maze of builds here. Kyle surprisingly going on a little bit of offense, hovering over top.
May not be the best play for him to make. Hydra's going to poke again, see if he can bait him out, get some shots, see if he can get some knowledge on that as well.
Yeah, Hydra's feeling really comfortable right now because he's the player that pushed everyone off, so he knows he has free reign over this battle here.
And Kyle jumps down. He does not have the HP to take this fight, but he has to move. He has no choice because the storm is going to be right behind him. So he's kind of just waiting, but then you have shots coming right in front of him. Because of that, he needs to play a little bit more defensively. He also has to be a little slow on his movement. There's so many players that are looking at him.
Players, it's Zexro and Vinny who are holding these guys out here. Hydra is not the player being targeted because he's pretty healthy. Kyle's already shot a few times.
And he keeps protecting himself, whereas Kyle has not had that many opportunities. He's been setting up these L boxes and then putting down the ramp so that he can get some angles, get something going, or maybe just keep himself at the very least aware of what's been going on.
That's it. Kyle's utilized his last material right here. He has to go for the gunfight. Can he land a shot when it matters? Now weaving in and out of builds. This is his last one right here. And
he owns it.
Oh, it was Hydra's. He jumped into Hydra's box.
Did you see that? He owned the wall. He knew that. He had every idea of where Kyle was. And then Hydra said, oh, you just want to go ahead and take my box? Okay, that's cool. I own that. I'm going to edit it, and I'll get it.
Mistake there. He should have just went toe-to-toe. It was probably all he could have done. But Hydra still in the game.
Thank you for the mats. Thank you for the HP. Right? I mean, that's all you got to say there. Tom Dez has the Infinity Blade. He's only got 2 eliminations, but he's making a lot of noise in this part of the game.
The players that decide to fight in mid-game with the Infinity Blade are the ones that find a lot of success, but Tom Dez is getting targeted, choosing the wrong battle to ping here.
And if you're shooting at Tom Dez, you saw that you were getting white HP, so a couple more shots.
He wants this.
He's got to defend himself. But this guy knows exactly where Tom Dez is, and he's just turtling up as much as he possibly can so that he can get the benefits of that health over time.
Yeah, with every second, he's only getting stronger and stronger, and the push is coming towards him. It's actually Zexro. I think, yeah, Zexro is he's a wise player. As much as he probably wants that Infinity Blade, he realizes that, hey, if I get to high ground right here, I'll be all right.
Tom Dez is going to get chucked again, and Tom Dez is out. Rux is going to get the elimination on Tom Dez. Here's Nav's perspective, though. And,
oh, gosh.
Kiwi face. No, that's a pump to the face. Goodbye.
All right, bye-bye for Armada. Kiwi face right there. Just kind of got caught slipping. Didn't realize he wasn't in control of that sidewall. That's what happens when you're trying to, you know, save resources by cutting corners. It will backfire. Here's LTK11. First we see of him on a really, or LKT, excuse me.
Letters.
Letters, math. It's been a tough one.
It's been a long day, people. LKT.
Oh man, 72 still alive.
Yes, 72 staying alive is pretty big. Here's Hydra, by the way. You like the way I did that one? Look at his name. That was nice.
Another edit play for Hydra on Heavy 1. So clean. Hydra making a nice little highlight reel for himself. Votes takes care of the LKT, LTK11, and now the move is on for the Storm here. Volts showcasing that he can turtle build, and he actually makes a little mistake here. It's going to cost him. Shot to the back. Is he going to wait for the shot? He can. You have to kind of go for it.
Oh, and Anthony will make him pay. Another update for a player we've been following this game. Hydra has been eliminated. Starting to see the feed come up with some big names such as Sean.
I'm not going to lie, I like Zexro's position, but his material count is not that great, and I think he realizes it. He has to go on the offensive now to pick up materials off of eliminations.
He's going to need to save some of those materials for when he descends down, if he does go on the aggression.
He is slowly but surely trickling down. We don't even know if the Infinity Blade was repicked back up, so this might be a platform that isn't going to be much, stable for much longer.
72
Good shot
hours.
right there.
Oh, that's nice. He's going to get the resources, but is he going to be able to stay alive? Zexro, he's going to dive right in.
He actually wasn't able to confirm that. Someone snatched that one from him.
I thought he was, but I thought he got it.
That's going to be the difference right there.
Yeah, that's very rough.
J-Love, and who just landed on top of it? Was that Envy Lenane going for the ultimate high out of nowhere? Exec in the kill feed right now, or Psychic in the kill feed right here, and it's going down. J-Love's on the run for his life here. There is a player above him. He's going to try and knock this player down to fall damage. Doesn't quite land it.
14 players are going to remain, 12 now, as a matter of fact, and J-Love's going to find one in front of him, going for the fight. At this point, you just got to make the shots happen, and it's Prodigy Aces who will secure the elimination. Mateos is going to be right below him. Psychic's going to be underneath, and I think Psychic has the Infinity Blade. You see him jumping around like a crazy person down low.
Yeah, he's definitely in a good position, but he doesn't have any shield left.
Psychic's down. Vinny gets his redemption, and he's going to be able to take out Psychic, so the Infinity Blade not in play at the moment, but maybe Psychic is going to be the one to grab it and now use it to his benefit.
I love the material con Lenane. He just took the high ground. He's so loaded right here.
Vinny's going to get eliminated now. Prodigy Aces.
Lenane going for the mid-ground play at the moment. 6 players remain. People are looking for the placement point right here. Not anymore. 72 is going to take quick care of Prodigy Aces.
Can 72 Hours get another victory royale in this game?
I don't doubt it. Oh no, it's Mateos is going to end that reign right there. Mateos needs one more elim. He's in top 3. He gets paid for, placing at this point.
Funk Bomb.
So hurt.
Funk Bomb and Nolan Mateos. Last 3 players left alive in match 4.
I like Mateos is going to the low ground. I like this right here. Nolan's going to take care of Funk Bomb, and now it's a 1v1. Circles closing nice and tight here.
2 players that we haven't really seen all that much of in the Winter Royale Grand Finals.
Mateos looking to fake out Nolan.
He's going to go outside.
In the storm just a little bit.
Could that be the thing that costs him?
It can work. He's trying to fake him out.
He keeps trying to just...
Nolan goes a little bit higher now. Nolan's feeling the pressure.
He keeps blocking him every time he tries to move out.
These edits are very clean. There's a tree in the way.
The pesky trees. You never want to see the trees there. Make a door. Keep on. These players are just
going to land the shot.
Trying to get control, but Mateos is going to actually step out first. He edits out, and you know that the panic's starting to come on in. He needs to knock him down from this platform, and he's going to land right in front of him. Mateos is going to be in a 1v1 now against Nolan, and he comes up clutch for the victory royale. Wow. Knock ops. It's got to make you happy,
Definitely. But more importantly, to not choke. Land have really shifted time and time again.
Hand cannon was always like a novelty thing.
Or fall skirmish, it was all about double barrel. You know what I mean? So things are always changing, and you got to take it with a grain of salt. I love the fact that the game is ever evolving, and yeah, it makes for a good show.
Yeah,
here we are.
At least for us as commentators, I mean, I just got to keep it real with everyone. All right, here we go. Match number 5, and we're off and looking at Wiggs, Mr. Console. And where's that bus? Ooh, that is going to be an interesting bus.
Southern bus going west to east. Polar Peak is so hot right now. To no surprise, of course, and even a ton of players looking to float up to Junk Junction. And Floss is going to kick things off, taking out Roos. Som takes out Aspire. Rote is going to catch Natty. And meanwhile, this is all going down here at Polar Peak.
Som, one of the winners of the heats yesterday, is going to be under a lot of pressure. Some dynamite flying in. Can he get the elimination, though? He's going to have to dance around. And Flossin gets another pick onto Nyko King. And then Som is out of here. Rote will secure the elimination on that. And I just want to say that Flossin has had a really good strategy.
He's had a good day today. He's coming here just to fight other players. Flossin is going to lose a lot of HT to Schmecht here, who's coming in on the aircraft. We've seen Schmecht put in good work with the Stormwing yesterday.
He's out.
Oh, he does finally get eliminated there. AK Pearl takes out Ghost Ghoul. That's unfortunate. But, talk about unfortunate circumstances for Som, who had like an awesome breakout performance yesterday. Today, just not working here at Polar Peak.
Yeah, because everyone's going for it.
So much more, yeah. So much more players here.
Everyone's been using the Polar Peak strat, and the Infinity Blade still available.
Dude, jumping back on Schmecht here, who gets just another elimination while in the air. Now we have FH to God versus Rote. Couple shots being landed here. FH to God in one-shot territory.
But he's only going to have 57 HP, 50 shield, 7 HP on the green. Rote, FH to God.
This is a desperate attempt to try and catch a one burst, because the one burst can fully eliminate a player. Here it is.
He doesn't have control of it, and then he steps right in, opens the door to victory. Rote will get his third elimination, and look what's available to him, glowing in the distance. It's so beautiful, isn't it?
Pretty incredible that no one has taken a dive for the Infinity Blade yet. Rote just cleaning up shop down here, looking to get some materials. Man, his material harvesting right now is really good. He's got a nice loadout. Nav on Twitch with his back against the wall. It's actually Diggy TV, console or controller player, I should say. Another one of the controller players in our community. Had the pleasure of stopping by his show yesterday. It was a good time there. Congratulating him on his success recently. And it's a tricky angle for Nav to beat Diggy, but clever play right there, mixing it up.
He took full advantage of that moment. He had the ramp, he had the angle, he knew that he was pinned in. But we go to Tilted Towers now as Kenneth and Ando are going up against one another. Kenneth with the dynamite, just looking to create some carnage, some destruction. Ando, wisely enough, is going to be able to defend himself. Meanwhile, at Polar Peak, you have the Infinity Blade still up for grabs, and Rote's trying to go for that. Kenneth, though, trying to keep Ando in his sights, and that's going to be a secure elimination for Kenneth. #1 in Tilted.
Yeah, Kenneth is a madman getting out of there alive. Rote under pressure by Schmecht over at Polar. There's a lot of just battles going on around the map right here.
Oh, and Aiden. He's back for redemption, ladies and gentlemen. He's had rough goings throughout the Winter Royale, but Aiden wants to plant his feet as the king of Tilted. Goodbye to 100 Thieves' very own Kenneth. Right around the corner, and that is going to be the heavy, epic pump for the win.
Yeah, that heavy shotgun is definitely one of the few shotguns that, you know, can carry down range. And whoa!
What?
This is why Schmecht has so many eliminations. He is destroying players. He's at 5 elims.
But he's not just destroying players willy-nilly. No, he's going for players that are specifically targeting the Infinity Blade, because you have to stand still. Vivid gets sent away by EMV, Elon Musk Vivo TV. Don't look for his channel on YouTube, but you'll see him doing everything in this game. Now to the skies we go. Schmecht with the Stormwing, and Nice, the victim. That will be his 5th elimination. Oh my word! This has been
his strategy all day today. He is targeting players here. Oh, and now you know what he says? It's mine.
I'm not even mad about it.
No, it's a fantastic strategy. I love how he's playing around the shape of the game, right? Everyone wants to be here, but no one has gone to the extent of let's get an aircraft first and then push the fight.
Aiden versus Syllable now. Syllable has had some big moments in his heat. Aiden as well.
Syllable definitely good, but maybe not good enough.
They're going to be right next to each other, and Aiden is going to get destroyed, and Syllable will win. The chuckles come in.
You know, if I'm being honest, Aiden kind of whiffed right there, and that's why Syllable comes out. And here's Zexro on the offense, another player that's going to get punished for jumping in someone's box.
Dance on the fools.
You know, Syllable and Zexro carrying a little bit of the same personality here, a little bit of taunts. And it's LKT11 who's hovering the high ground here.
LKT.
LKT. LKT.
LKT. There you go. LKT. I think it's great because when it's letters, like, it's so annoying to have to say it.
Someone's going to hit me up and say, hey, the L was an org, man, okay? Sorry, okay? It's KT.
Yeah, his name's actually 11, okay?
Yeah, right.
Really appreciate if you get it right.
Okay, so it looks like there is a Stormwing coming in for the action. He was looking to bring down the build. Oh, gosh.
Trevier.
Who was it? It was Nod Sword just destroying stuff. Syllable, you better get down, man.
You hate to see it, Trevier.
Time to go.
So sorry, bud.
The L is an org.
That's a good one. Because that's been happening so much.
It happens.
Oh, what? And Wiggs just got caught. Diggy, the other controller player, but Wiggs, our console player,
Controller on controller crime there. Here's more LKT 11 versus Anti here.
Anti's going to be low.
Man, LKT with a great tactical, though. Ooh. He's going to connect once. That's a big shot.
Yeah.
Well, he can edit his way straight down.
This isn't, and I think Anti realized that. He knew that if he stayed in there a little bit longer, he was going to get bodied, so he had to bail out. The Stormwings are creating a lot of carnage, a lot of disruption. Is Anti now in this battle against LKT11? LKT11, though, it's going to be right on the same platform as him. They're just going to try and see if they can get control of the high ground. The Stormwings, though, so frustrating to have to deal with. And Schmeck, look who it is. Schmeck yet again.
Schmeck is going to get one of these guys. You know it. He's been so good in the air. Man, Anti doesn't want to let this go, though. Good grenades right here, stacking them up.
That's
He's going to hit the whoever was in the plane.
Go for it.
Pearl flies right into a grenade on accident. Switches seats and then pops a mini. This is high-level air craftsmanship, and it's going down. He instantly swaps seats to start healing.
If Schmeck keeps doing this with the Stormwing and the Infinity Blade for late game,
man,
watch out.
Anti's feeling the pressure, though. He's making a lot of mistakes with that ramp. Pretty much hitting himself overhead, and here goes the one pump, and he lands it.
Wow, Anti stays alive, manages to fight another day, but just the Stormwings and LKT being pressured, you got to feel for him there. There was not many options. There weren't many options that he had. What was he able to do?
Yeah, he could kind of blame the loadout just a little bit tactical, not the greatest for long range shots right there, and that was a pump dominant situation. So the better loadout is going to get the trade off there. Very closely done. And it's Hydra who is now under pressure by Twitter Hansen. These guys have been going head to head a lot as well.
Yeah, they've been running into each other in the divot. Hydra is going to probably just wait this out. Hansen, he's chilling too.
Yeah, Hydra keeping that backside open. That's a way to bait players, to coming on top of the fortress of yours and then just kind of pop out and catch them by surprise. I like the play here. It's a pretty aggressive stance. Yeah, Hansen looking to farm up a little bit more.
Hydra's going for the pot shots, too.
Yeah, I like to do that. It's like you kind of deny farm, right? If someone's freeloading on material, you fire at the resource itself. You take a little bit of farm away. I mean, it's a micromanagement game when it comes down to high-level PvP, right? Every action per minute matters in combat. So if you can deny farm or something like that, it makes a difference.
Hansen's actually going to bail out of the fight. Go to the other side of the divot. Hydra, none the wiser on that. Look at,
no.
What? Oh!
Hello, Spades.
The shenanigans of the Stormwings.
Oh, no. Here's Ghost Saf's turn to take one to the chest. Oh, yeah, these guys are going to secure that Elim. Saf's trying to get as much loot as possible. Sees there is a launch pad. You want to secure that.
Gets the launch pad. Symphony's going to go low. Saf is low. Pearl's trying to swoop in. Saf, no time to be able to use that big shield. You see, keep popping up in his inventory. Is Symphony going to try? No, Symphony's not. So he will be able to use both of those big shield potions. That's going to bring him back to 100 on the green and blue.
Yeah, but Saf doesn't realize Symphony's right there. Symphony just playing so passive, misses an easy opportunity to really hurt Ghost Saf here. And, I mean, he did make the edit, just wasn't quite enough.
Oh, boy. Now, Symphony not taking any of this pressure from the Stormwings.
Like right
Saf,
there.
Yeah, he's looking at it.
He's
or at the
missing
very least, he hears it.
Yeah. All right. Saf's on the run now. Is he going to fire back? Guess not.
Maybe a player... I think Saf was hoping a player went a little too low so he could jump on the wing.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's a risk you take when you try to bombard players with the vehicle in the air.
And Symphony just let him go. Let Saf go.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting to me to see Symphony play so passive. He's notorious for being a pub stomper. Even in scrims, he does a fairly good job of taking players on, but I guess the money today, a lot of pressure on the line to try and at least rank very high, try to make big plays in the end game. It's a strategy. You have 6 opportunities to do so you can't take away from anyone's play style and game plan. I say you stick to it.
So Cease exposed himself, and Saf surely knows that he's going to be there. Saf's actually low on his left side, on Cease's left side. Vinny, though, taking shots from a distance.
Yeah, suppressed AR really good for just harassing players at longer ranges. Vinny getting pressured by 2 players.
All angles.
Yeah, he's got all attention on Vinny right now, and that'll happen in competitive Fortnite a lot when someone starts, you know, putting the pressure on them. They'll all come in.
Here's Spectro again. He's got the heavy snipe, lines it, and syllable. No, the music is dead.
There it is, Spectro, our West Coast player right here. Lands a nice heavy snipe, and he's going to secure all that loot. Lucky for him. It's Macwood who's watching out from up above, though, seeing if he can find an opportunity to dive on in.
Macwood doing the creeper.
He hasn't even reloaded his weapon yet.
You want to reload that.
I like his jersey.
Yeah. Oh, man. And he hears the movement.
There it is. Now he's starting to make a move here. He knows that he's just a level above. Can he break down? Is he going to break down? That's the better question. There's a long rotation on the zone here. They're at one of the furthest areas from the zone. So the zone is now hovering over Dusty Divot.
And this elimination for Macwood will give him a point. Spectro does not want to be that. He does not want to be just a number in this game.
So interesting positioning now, right? 30 seconds left. You want to put the Storm on Spectro's back and get the lead on it. That way, you know, that little bit of chip damage to kick things off and make a big difference. But Macwood using a little bit of reverse psychology, kind of doubling back here. So is Spectro playing the mind games.
He reversed him out. He built out and he says, goodbye, Fortnite. I'm going to head out of there.
Just Fortnite at the highest levels, you know, playing back and forth here, using that Storm pressure to his advantage.
Just a mind game that Spectro is playing.
Man, he's going all the way back, reworking his way back up to the high ground to get that level layer on Macwood, and Macwood loses grounds now, and he's off to the races.
He's done. He doesn't want to deal with that. Shaky, one of our winners in Heat, I believe, I want to say Heat 1.
Man, Ro looking to knock on that big bonus door right now. He's at 5 eliminations.
He's in the plane.
Leading.
He's in a plane.
Just next to...
Oh, no.